Good morning. We are going to talk about some Princess Cruise changes that have been happening. If you are new here, wow, I should have checked my hair first. I am Michele. I'm a certified cruise counselor, travel advisor, Princess Cruises certified expert. I specialize in Princess Cruises, wellness cruises, especially for Canadians. But I'm here to give you some Princess Cruise updates. Welcome to the live chaos. That is my live streams. I'm a single mom by choice, and my daughter Emrys. We hang out for breakfast. Today is toast with wow butter because it's an easy thing to feed her. Welcome. So Princess, really? Do you want some juice? Princess Cruises has announced a few different changes over the last couple months. I traveled most of the summer, and now I'm back to my full-time job. It's just been busy, so I haven't been able to do any of live streams, but I'm happy to do one now. And so Princess Cruises, in the meantime, has announced a bunch of different changes that I want to talk about today, starting off with their dining. So Princess Cruises was one of the lines that first had adopted the whole, like, anytime dining, no one has set dining, everyone is reservation, that kind of thing. And then when they came out with the Sun Princess, their newest ship, they switched it to some combination. So on the Sun Princess, they had one deck that was the American diner, which was drop in, walk in, and had the same menu every single day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think they have an all-day breakfast and stuff like that. So that was a walk-in. Then they had a reservation / walk-in deck, dining room. And then they had a set dining time deck. And I guess it was popular enough that now they are doing that for their other ships. So I want to say it had started maybe September, October sailings, but we got notified for our Christmas sailing that dining was changing, and all our dining reservations and stuff had to be redone and whatnot. So I don't know, I personally don't like the dining room at all. And I liked the ability to have more variety for dining times, because not everyone wants a 5 p.m. or a 7 p.m. dining time. Not everyone wants to be in such a rigid thing, but then being able to have more dining rooms available to be able to choose a set dining time. And with the Princess app, you could always do, say I wanted my dining time at 5:45 every night, I could do that in the app. I could have a set dining time. But what I'm thinking is they're trying to have it a little bit more traditional and have it be, Emrys, you are shaking the table. Have it be more of that traditional dining times where you have your set dining time with your, everyone at 5 p.m. is having dinner at 5 p.m., which probably helps with planning meals and stuff like that. But to me, it's just I don't care. Maybe you care. Let me know in the comments below if you like the traditional dining time of I want to say it's 5 and 7 with Princess. I could be wrong, 5:30 and 7:30. But usually it's somewhere around there. Then you still have your dining room for reservations, where you can make your reservations, and walk-ins as well. We don't do the dining room. I'm just gonna put that out there. We've done it on 2 cruises, and the only reason we did it on 2 cruises was because we were with other people. So we did it on the Oasis of the Seas because we were with my parents, and we did it on Adventure of the Seas because we were with a friend who is celiac and needed gluten-free. And the easiest way, if you have allergies or dietary restrictions that you need to make sure that you have accommodated, dining room. We did the dining room a lot on Adventure. We did it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner most days if we could, because my friend would pre-order the night before for all her meals, and then we would just show up and they would then get it ready. But by pre-ordering, they were able to prepare some stuff. So if you are like that and you need dietary restrictions, the dining room is so much better for that. For me personally, so we are vegan. I'm vegetarian when I travel, but I'm gonna try really hard. I've done vegan before on Royal. I haven't been able to do it on Princess, but I haven't sailed with Princess since they came out with their vegan menus. So I'm hoping I know some of the buffets now have a vegan section, vegetarian vegan section. So I'm hoping that it will be easier to be vegan on the cruise ship. So, but for me, a picky vegan. Like, I'm not fancy. I just, yeah. And then my daughter will eat anything. She is a happy camper. She's vegan as well, but she loves all the food. Like, she is not picky at all. If she's picky, it's usually a texture thing, not a food thing. And then my brother is a super picky eater. He is an omnivore, meat and potatoes kind of person. And he's very picky, and so the dining room does not work at all for him, like, unless he's ordering off the kids' meal all the time. Or he did try a few different things on Oasis, but the buffet just works better for us. So we did make dining reservations for the entire cruise. I want to say at like 5 or whatever the earliest dining time was, because my daughter wants food when she wants food, which is another reason why it doesn't work for us. But my main reason was we are sailing over Christmas and my birthday, and I kind of wanted to have a sit-down meal for those meals, just because like they're holidays and stuff. Last year I had done a specialty dining for my birthday, and I wanted to do another one this year, and my brother's like, no, it's not worth it. I'm like, fine, whatever. So we're not going to do specialty dining, but what we'll do is we'll look at the menus once we're on board, because with Royal Caribbean you can see the menus pretty far in advance, but I don't like the way they do their dining reservations, because you have your early, your late, and then or you wait till you're on board to make reservations. Whereas with Princess, like, you can make reservations if you are, I think it's Platinum or Elite, you can make them in advance, otherwise you're waiting for final payment. So we've made all our dining reservations, but we don't have menus. So once we get menus, we can choose which days we want to eat in the dining room versus which ones we want to cancel. Because, like I said, we're kind of picky with that. But it'll be interesting to see if they bring some of that American diner stuff over. My brother is super excited. We are going on the Sun in July, in the Mediterranean. 21 days, 8 countries. Anyway. He is very excited for the American diner because he is a breakfast guy. Like, he loves his breakfast. He likes omelets and all that stuff, and he really loves the American diner menu. For me, it's kind of like there's not much that is like screaming at me that I can eat. So, yeah. What are you doing there? So he would love it if they started doing the American diner on other ships. But for me, it's like, whatever. Give me the buffet. Sun Princess has a veggie hot dog. I want that on all the ships. Their veggie burger is not the best, to be honest. And I obviously haven't tried the veggie dog yet because I have not been on the Sun yet. But I'm like, nah. Also, like, we are probably going to do not specialty dining, but we are going to do casual dining. Because what is on Sky? I have so many ships in my head right now, between my own personal cruises and my clients, remembering which has what on which ships. I think we have O'Malley's. No, we have Salty Dog Gastropub. Salty Dog Gastropub has, O'Malley's is on Sun. The Salty Dog Gastropub has a Beyond Meat burger. So we are gonna do the casual dining. Rates change so much, but I feel like we're sitting at $14.99 for a like 3-course meal, or they have like set prices for like just, I think like the burger alone is like $8 or whatever. So we'll see what we end up doing, but I think we're gonna try to do that for my birthday if we don't like the dining room menu. But we do want to try that. My brother wants to try Alfredo's. I just don't know how accommodating they can be for me. I might check and see if they can make like a custom cheeseless pizza, because if they can, then sure, I'll pay that. But beyond that, I don't know. So yeah, so dining has changed. They now have a casual or a traditional dining times. They have reservations, and then they have walk-ins. So it must be working for them on the Sun, because they, like I said, they rolled it out to the other ships as well. So make your dining reservations. Like I said, you can set the same time. So like we picked a time and we have it the same time, even though it's not like an actual traditional dining time. I just don't like the rigidity of having a set dining time. I want to be able to come and go. Like I don't necessarily need the same staff every night. I don't like need all that. We probably on our 14-day cruise will eat there, like I said, twice. The other major change, the big change, is Princess Premier. And I knew it was coming because I, as a travel agent, got an email about the internet. So they updated their internet packages so that Princess Plus and Princess Premier were getting like premium speeds. I can't remember, Medallion Max, I think is what they're calling it. And then if you just are on the standard package and you purchase an internet package, which is what we don't do, but we would be doing because we don't do Plus or Premier because we don't drink alcohol or anything really. So if you have the standard package, you cannot upgrade to the max internet, but if you have the Plus and Premier, you automatically get the max. And I was like, they are going to raise the price, but I don't know how they're going to justify it, because every time they've raised the price, they've justified like adding in, they changed the dining, like they changed the free dining to casual dining. They changed stuff. And then like, I think it was a week, maybe 2 weeks later, I got an email about Princess Premier going up $10. So it was $80 per day per person for US dollars for Premier, and now it's $90. But what they've included is specialty dining, unlimited specialty dining. Instead of just 2 per cruise, unlimited. And that for my clients is like game changing. Like I have clients that are sailing on Royal, and Royal is not a preferred line of mine. I do not like to book Royal. I book Royal for people that have been on Royal and know Royal, and these people came to me. They're a repeat client, and they were like, we want to go on Icon. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, I'll book it for you. They're great clients. Anyway, I don't have bad clients, but they're very good clients of mine. Anyway, they asked for Icon. I said, sure. We had talked about Icon for a while, so I wasn't surprised that they came and said they wanted Icon. And so I was talking to them yesterday about Princess, because their style of cruising is not Princess. I know that is just who they are. But I was saying about the value now with Princess Premier. Having that specialty dining is insane, because they, for their Icon, will be paying over $90 US per day just for their drink package. And so Princess has such a good value, such an amazing value. Their cruise is also more expensive on Icon. And anyway, Royal is no longer, to me, mass market affordable line. They are now the mass market feel with the premium price, sometimes luxury price. Whereas I'm like, no, give my clients the best value on nice ships with amazing service. So anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, Princess Premier. So Princess Premier, it's like for $90 US, you get your drinks up to $20 per drink. So you can get some nice drinks in there, your gratuities, your internet, your reserved seating for shows, your medallion shipping, all your casual dining, and now all your specialty dining as well, plus photos. That was something I forgot to mention, Hirsch. Also, digital photos are all included. And I want to say 3 prints. Don't quote me on that, but 2 or 3 prints you get. So it's like such an amazing value of all this stuff. So I wasn't mad when I saw what it was including. And it was only Princess Premier going up $10. Princess Plus was staying the same, because I was like, don't change my Princess Plus, because that's what I mostly book is Princess Plus. Because for most people, at the moment you want a drink package, it's worth it. So, where was I? What else did I want to talk about today? So Park 19 is officially not happening on the Sun Princess. I don't know what's happening with the Star Princess. I have not heard what is happening with the Star Princess in terms of Park 19. But Star Princess is going to Alaska, which I'm excited for, in 2026. So I haven't looked at those itineraries. We've been just super busy, and I have a whole bunch of groups sailing soon, and I'm like trying to get work done. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Star Princess going to Alaska, which is exciting. I'm going to look into that a bit more, but I think that's a great option for it, because I knew that oh my gosh, why can I not think that the Sun Princess was not going to be doing Alaska. My thing is, though, it is a big ship, so I can see it doing a lot of tenders because it can't dock. It's not a huge ship. Like, they have other ships that are similar sizing going there, but The Sun and the Star are not my favorites. We are sailing on the Sun. There are things I like about it. I am glad Park 19 is all gone. Honestly, that if you've watched any of my videos about the Sun Princess, where I talked about the things that I hated about the Sun, that was like number one on my list. Park 19, hated the concept of that. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. So Princess has changed their sanctuary stuff. That was another thing I want to talk about. The sanctuary collection is now on the Sun and the Star, and they are talking about if it is doing well, they will pull it into the other ships as well. I'm on the fence about how I feel with this. I do not book suites for myself, and so I do not do the whole ship within a ship thing. I've never done it, but I have done sanctuary. Now that my daughter cruises with us, I can't do sanctuary, but I loved the sanctuary. The sanctuary was so relaxing, and that service and all that was amazing. And we booked it one full day and one half day. So we've done the pay-as-you-go method, and that worked well. And so when they announced that they were going to stop doing the pay-as-you-go and have it just for the sanctuary collection, it's kind of like, that sucks. For those that want an interior cabin, but then also to enjoy the sanctuary. So I think one thing that Princess did right with it though is it's not just suites. So it's certain balconies, certain suites, and certain mini suites. So a lot of the luxury or the cruise lines that offer this luxury ship within a ship service have it be only available to those that are in suites. And so I think this is a good combination for those that want the sanctuary experience but don't necessarily want a suite. Like, we don't want balconies because it's not because we don't want the space and we don't want to pay the price, although that's part of it. But for us, we mostly just don't want a balcony. I don't trust my daughter with a balcony. And the bedding arrangements don't work as well for us. But there's a ton of reasons why we don't want certain rooms. And so I like the fact that they are offering it for balcony staterooms, as well as mini suites and then also some suites. Or also the suites. So if you haven't heard about the Sanctuary Collection and what they have changed with it, so this was, I think, originally the Reserve Collection, and maybe it wasn't going the way they were hoping it was going to go, because by the sounds of it, they've gotten rid of the Reserve Collection, because they had the Reserve Collection rooms, and then they have the Sanctuary Collection rooms, and I don't know what they were planning on doing with those. But now it seems like it is all just Sanctuary Collection, and they have they've really upped what it includes. So first of all the staterooms of the Sanctuary Collections includes Premier. So that's all that stuff that I was talking about with the specialty dining, casual dining, drinks up to $20. The Max Internet now, the pit photos, all of that is included when you purchase a Sanctuary Collection room. Right there, I'm like, whoa, that's amazing, amazing. So that's included. And then your stateroom has some premium amenities. They haven't quite said exactly what yet, but it probably is going to be more better toiletries, possibly better robes and slippers and that kind of stuff, to give that really luxurious feel. I was like, oh my gosh, the best, what I would love to do is a Sanctuary Collection mini suite, cabana mini suite. That's the one that I would be like, I want that one. Unfortunately, I don't have anywhere that I can plug one of those in, but in my own schedule, but that is what I would be booking. Anyway, so I need a drink. I'm talking too much, like I always do. But yeah, so the premium stuff in your stateroom, which is amazing. And then on top of that, you have access to the Sanctuary, which is now closed to any guest that doesn't have a Sanctuary Collection room. So like I was saying, those before that were able to buy day passes, you can no longer buy day passes. And back in the day when I did day passes, you went and you picked your chair for the day. You pre-selected your chair. Whereas with the Sun and the Star, they were just having, well, the Star's not out yet, but the Sun they were planning on, they just were having people just go, and it was, I don't want to say a free-for-all, but that's kind of what it was, where it was there was first come, first serve. And so my other thought is maybe by having the suite area and suite guests and stuff like that doing certain things, maybe they just weren't filling the Sanctuary like they thought they would. Or maybe they weren't able to maybe predict how many passes to sell, because before, with them reserving each bed, they were able to go, okay, we have these many beds, these are how many passes we can sell. Whereas with doing it, we're selling day passes, but we're also giving access to suite guests and sanctuary guests. Maybe they just weren't able to manage the amount of day passes to sell. Whereas now by doing it, they're like, nope, we have this many beds, we have this many rooms, we anticipate this many people using it per day, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so the staterooms, you get access to the sanctuary. The sanctuary, though, is changing. They are adding in special events and wellness, calmness, and like morning yoga and classes in there that you can only get if you do the sanctuary collection. One thing that I was like, oh my gosh, I wish I could do was the sail away. They are having a sail away Serenity or Serenity sail away, something like that. It's a sail away party that is like low key. And I was like, oh man. When my daughter is 18, I know where I'm going. But yeah, just having that like calmer sail away, but like they're having the meditations and a whole bunch of just amazing activities happening there. They have like a quiet corner. They still want it to be socializing. I think they said like something about like serene socializing, serene social, where they want it to still be a social atmosphere, but also be a calmer, more relaxing area. Can you please don't? No. Just sit over there till Mama's done, okay? Sit. No, stop. I'm gonna wrap up quick, okay? She's done her food and now she's grumpy. But yeah, so having those additional activities with meditation and all the yoga and all that stuff, and then they have a menu that's included that is sanctuary only. I don't have any more food for you. Here, you want some of my toast? Here. That is sanctuary only. Don't give it to the dog though. So that just they've like upscaled the sanctuary. So if you were liking the sanctuary before and what was offering, this is like sanctuary plus. And so I think that's an amazing addition to it where you have that. So staterooms, the sanctuary, you have your reserve collection dining. So that is your exclusive dining room. This was part of the reserve collection before. Now you have a dining room. It's walk-in. It is premium food, curated, specialty stuff. Like it is a high-class menu, and it is walk-in. No reservations required. It is exclusive for sanctuary guests, sanctuary collection guests, reserve collection guests. So you don't need to worry about long lines or anything like that. This is the whole ship within a ship. Princess is slower getting onto it, but I think it is worth it because the research and stuff, the way they modeled a lot of their stuff was not only off of like MSC Yacht Club and whatnot, but also they went to Dubai and like went to premium luxury hotels and modeled stuff off of the service. So yeah, so you have that in the dining room, and then you also have the sanctuary reserve collection. I don't know which one, like I think the dining room is reserve collection, but the sanctuary, anyway. Then you have just for suite guests, sorry for those that are in the non-suites, but for suite guests, you also have the club. So the club is your concierge care. This is your concierge service where you have your personalized service. You have any questions, you don't have to go to guest services or anything like that. You can go just to this area. So all the service, all the staff, and all the areas are trained by the British Butler Association. So you are getting high class service. They aren't just pulling random people, hiring random people. They are hiring people and training them well on how to give you that amazing, amazing service. So, like I said, my thing with Princess that I was impressed with the fact that they're not just for suites. Because I don't often book suites. I can book suites, obviously, but like most of my clients are not looking for a suite, but they are looking for that amazing service and the amazing like pampering that you get. And so that's where I was so excited to see this change, because I think this is like that luxury level of service without that huge price tag that a suite sometimes comes with, depending on what time but some of those suites are pretty good prices. But yeah, so just being able to get that amazing service and care and that ship within a ship and the tranquility of the sanctuary, by staying even in select balconies. So they did say that they were going to potentially be rolling this out on more ships depending on how successful it is on the Sun Princess and the Star Princess. And this is a change I actually would be really excited to see. I do feel bad for those that want to stay in, say, interior cabins and want to have that experience, because you can't do day passes anymore. But I think it really helps give more that option for a premium service for those that want it. So yeah, so that was something that was so exciting, that I recently did they have travel agent webinars for us, to let us know about new things. And that was one that we recently did. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like the best update ever, especially because it includes Premier too. Like, I think it's such an amazing value. Like, I was looking at the prices of some of the mini suites and the suites, and it was just like, okay, like, I have certain spends that my clients spend. I have a minimum spend that I require to book with me, because I only do premium and luxury lines, and I focus on wellness, and I do concierge care service. I am a full service travel agent. I don't just book cruises. I like fully service them. So, and that's why I like doing YouTube Princess, because I am passionate about Princess. But I obviously sell other lines as well. I do not work for Princess. I am not affiliated with Princess in any way. I just really like them. I cruise with them. I feel like they give amazing service and value, because like I said, Royal Caribbean is not doing that anymore, because that's who I was sailing with for a while. But anyway, so my other lines I sell are like Alma Waterways, Viking, Explora, Virgin Voyages, there's more in there, but like I only do premium and luxury cruises, and I focus more on destinations and wellness focused stuff than I do on here's this giant floating theme park. I don't know where I was going with this. I was just really excited. Anyway, I was excited to see that Princess was adding the ship within a ship concept to give that luxury feel to it, and that service. Like, especially hearing that they're all being trained by the British Butler Association, it was like, they are trained well. They're not just like, here, you are concierge, go. It's like, here's how you do this in a way to give the clients the best experience ever. These guests want amazing service. They want amazing meals in the Reserve Collection dining room. They want to have those tranquil experiences in the sanctuary. That was what the sanctuary has always been, a sanctuary. So to have stuff like a sail away event, so you don't have to go into the main sail away area where it's partying, you can have that calm. You have your calm yoga and your calm meditation and all that stuff. It's just super exciting. The last thing that I want to say before my daughter goes a little too crazy, the Star Princess has been delayed. Surprise. The Sun Princess, if you knew anything about the Sun Princess when it launched, it was a hot mess. It wasn't even it was just a mess. And so it was delayed, which caused inaugural cruises to be canceled. Princess did not do it well. I was so disappointed with how they handled it. They were canceling people like a few days, like a week before their cruise, which people fly in early for cruises. They have non-refundable flights. They can't make changes. And I was really mad at Princess on the way they handled it, because although I believe do not book inaugural cruises, do not book within the first 6 months. Honestly, I wouldn't even recommend booking in the first year, because every inaugural sailing, no matter what cruise line, is a bit of jank to it. But the Sun Princess was not done well. The launch of that was done horribly, and Princess got a lot of backlash for it. And so Star Princess was supposed to come out in August 2025, because they were launching when we were going to be on the Sun Princess. And you look at Park 19. Park 19 never got cleared to be functional. So now they're looking at disassembling it, changing things. Who knows? So I think they want to make up for it with launching the Star Princess better. So they've actually delayed the inaugural cruise of the Star Princess until October, and they've already announced that. I think they publicly have announced it. I have seen it, the changes in the travel agent portal. My theory is that if it's in the travel agent portal and you're telling travel agents about it, I can tell my clients about it. Unless it's like a hey, don't tell anyone, but rarely do we get stuff like that. Because usually if it's coming out to us, it's public information. Anyway, yeah, they've delayed it till October because this is how they should have handled it. We are just under a year out from that. And when they announced, it would have been even, stop touching me for a second, sensory happening over here with her hands being gross. Stop. And so, stop, you're eating my entire bread. Just saying, you're eating my entire breakfast. So they have given people well enough time to make changes that they need, to change plans. I'm sure everyone that was booked on the inaugural stuff for the Sun or for the Star and those like 2 months of cruises are hugely disappointed, but that's better than it happening the week before. They know the ship is not going to be ready in time. There's literally no reason to launch it when it's not ready. There isn't. Like, they cannot be doing that. So I think Princess did the right thing, took the financial hit of losing those cruises in order to make sure that customers are satisfied, because they do not need another Sun Princess debacle. So anyway, yeah, so let me know in the comments below what of those changes you're excited about. Like I said, I'm pretty darn excited for the for the Sanctuary collection. I hope they do roll it out to other ships. Not something I personally will be partaking in because my daughter's not old enough, but it is something that I am so excited for my clients. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you're Canadian and you're interested in Princess Cruises and other cruise lines that I sell, I do have a Facebook group where I post like trips and don't pinch, no, I post advice and destinations, experiences, all that kind of stuff in my private Facebook group. And also, I think down below there's also a link if you're interested in booking a consultation with me. We have room on our Mexico group cruise on the Discovery Princess, but that ends on the 20th of October. So if you are Canadian or American in most states, there's certain states that I'm not allowed to book that I recently found out, whoops, but there's some states that I can't book. So that information is most likely down below as well. And we still have room on Alaska, but I'm not going to really push Alaska. If you're interested in Alaska 2026, I have one room left on that as of right now, but that might be selling. So that's where I'm not trying to, and that's 2026. But amazing deals for that. And I have a whole video on the Mexico one, so go check that out if you're interested. And I will see you guys later. Let me know also in the comments if there's any like videos that you're like, I want to know more. I'm going to try. We're trying to just get rid of all our royal content at this point and like just move ahead fully with Princess. So anyway, thank you so much, and we will see you guys later. Bye guys.